One of the things that makes the Pokemon Company so awesome is they're always looking to incorporate new things into their games. The even cooler thing is with these features, they don't really like to reuse them. For example, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we had Pokemon following us, and in Diamond and Pearl, we had the Pokétch. It allows for those games to stay unique while still having the core features of Pokemon games. So I thought, hey, Pokemon Stars is coming out on an all-new console, and with the advances in technology, why not sit down and think of a few features that I'd like to see make their return, or some new ideas I've got lying around in the old noggin. Without further ado, these are my most wanted features for Pokemon Stars.
Rolling, I can never get enough. I've been up too long and I way too drunk, but we straight up in it and we feeling it.
At its core elements, Pokemon is arguably one of the most popular RPG games. When trying to come up with ideas for this, I wanted to be a little more creative than putting things like Pokemon following you or something like that. Even though that's something I think would be really cool to bring back, it's not really anything new to the games, so to speak. I want this list to focus more on expanding present features while also incorporating new things to keep the games fresh. They've already shown they aren't afraid to try new things, since in Sun and Moon they essentially replaced the 8 gym leader formula that we've all grown accustomed to. Anyways, I think that's enough of an explanation, so let's kick it off with number 5. The use of proficiencies could be rather interesting. I love the Borderlands games, and that's where this idea mostly stems from. If you've never played them, then they have these things called weapon proficiencies, and the idea is that the more that you use that kind of weapon, the higher the proficiency goes, and you can get things like damage boosts, accuracy upgrades, increased ammo capacity, and more. A proficiency in Pokemon could be used along with Pokemon typings, so for say example you use a lot of fire Pokemon, you could increase your proficiency in the fire type and unlock things in the game. The rewards could pretty much be anything. You could unlock trainer classes for online use, new items, clothes, props, accessories, and beyond. Say for example, I want a bug proficiency. I can get clothing that we often see bug trainers wearing, like that weird big hat or a butterfly net. We could also get damage boosts with those move types for just in-game use, as I can't see something like that transferring to online because it would just make online play a little less fair and balanced. But regardless, a system like this could have tons of room for expansion, and I definitely think the Pokemon community could pull something like this off and make it awesome. Over the years, the Pokemon Company have attempted to have some sort of added difficulty into the games. Red and Blue were challenging dependent on the starter you chose, Bulbasaur being the easiest, Squirtle being medium, and Charmander being the hardest, and Black and White introduced the challenge mode. I feel like that was the Pokemon Company making small strides and testing to see what would work. Sun and Moon was the first time I actually felt challenged in a long time while playing a Pokemon game. While the difficulty increase was nice, I'd still like to see some sort of difficulty setting that I can manually choose for myself. I want to make the game frustratingly hard for myself because that's just kind of how I like playing games. Okay, hearing that back, I feel like that sounds like some sort of weird mental disorder. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure how they could implement it. Maybe a difficulty select at the start of the game, or multiple saves that could allow for different difficulties. Or maybe even some sort of new game plus option that allows you to start over with everything being saved, but the levels adapt to yours. The possibilities are endless with this, and I'm sure the Pokemon Company could come up with something quite unique for their games. More islands would make the games feel ultimately longer. Sun and Moon had 4 main islands, or 5 if you want to count the Aether Foundation, but there isn't much to do there, so I'm excluding that one. 4 islands with plenty to do, but I feel like there could always be more. If the game became a lot more open world, I guess, we could ride Pokemon to various other smaller islands, kind of like what The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker does. I absolutely love that game, even though it's like 90% cruising around the oceans in a possessed dragon boat, but the game could incorporate new smaller islands with like little mini games or items or just things to do like that, or they could bring in some new full-sized islands, or maybe we could even ride our Pokemon into other regions. I have no doubt in my mind that on the Nintendo Switch they could somehow figure out at least one way to include every region into the game. The Festival Plaza was an amazing idea. This is the perfect example of great thinking and poor execution. The PSS was also an amazing implementation, and combined with the Festival Plaza could mark the beginning of a new era of online play for the Pokemon franchise. The PSS's organization was fantastic and straightforward, while the Festival Plaza's guest lists make it take hours to connect with friends. Another major issue I've been having is the connectivity. We get so close to starting our FFAs before the game just decides to kick us out, and it's one of the most aggravating things to have to deal with. This could all easily be avoided with the PSS by organizing your friends the way they were in Oros and X and Y. The next feature we have here on this list has to do with more online play. Pokemon Sun and Moon introduced a ton of customization with the characters, from a slew of customizable clothing to various hairstyles, and it's a great start. However, my biggest gripe with this is our character's expression. It literally never changes. It's always just that same static face. I mean, look at this. Does this look like a man that feels? I don't think so. We're like the Tin Man, except we don't need love, we just need a new face, or at least one that doesn't look so blank. On top of reworking our face, some sort of online pose or expression would be nice, maybe like a victory pose at the end of a free-for-all, or maybe voice lines we can spam in battle. Just something to mix it up a bit. That would be the ultimate disrespect if at the end of an FFA, your character just brushed it off and acted like it was nothing or something. This isn't like a game changer idea, but it is something that is still pretty fun. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, a like rating, as always, is greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new here for more Pokemon content, and make sure to let me know your thoughts on the possibility of a Pokemon game coming to the Nintendo Switch. At the time of making this, the Switch reveal was just a few days ago, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Not even just for Pokemon, but for everything. Like that Zelda trailer. Oh my goodness. I'd never been so excited for a video game in my entire life. The game looks so gorgeous. But anyway, that's not what this video is about, and I'll see you guys in the next one.